Welcome back to the PS4 Trophies 2015 Trophy Awards. Now we're going to close out this yearly series with the top 10 easiest platinums in games released in 2015. Now there are so many easy platinums that I'm going to actually make this a top 12 list. Now many of you guys have tweeted me some really great suggestions that didn't quite make the list. I want to give some honorable mentions to Goat Simulator, Grim Fandango, Ether 1, Need for Speed, which a lot of you guys tweeted me, and Tesla Grad. Now let's kick things off with number 12, which is going to be the best PS4 exclusive game of the year, and that is Until Dawn. Until Dawn is a game that you really can't fail. If you start the game, you'll make it to the end. Now the trophy for this game are divided between finding all the collectibles and making specific choices. As with any of these games in the list, we're assuming that you're going to be willing to follow a guide. So check the description for links to trophy guides for each of the games that are in this list. Now in this one, knowing what choices you need to make throughout the game and knowing where the collectibles are will make this an easy platinum. Number 11 returns us to the world of Trine with the recently released Trine 3, The Artifacts of Power. Now this is a short platinum trophy in a game that is 10 times easier than the previous one, in a game that I'm actually predicting may ultimately become free for PlayStation Plus members in the future. Don't quote me on that, I just have a suspicion. Now all you need to do for this platinum is to complete the easy game and then find all the Trine angles, which are collectibles. Now there are 1,050 of them, but most of them are easy to get to, and with a guide, you'll find any of them that you can't, that you'll miss. Now making it to the actual top 10, Rocket League is the most popular response that I actually got on Twitter when I asked you guys. Obviously, as in the case with all of the games in this list, the trophies are going to be very easy. Now, the only annoying part is how much of a grind it is to collect all of the items and then driving 500 kilometers on a single set of tires. Of course, just because it's a grind doesn't mean it's difficult. Now because this game is so good and because it was free for PlayStation Plus members when it came out, it is one of the most common platinums you'll see amongst PS4 gamers. The Order 1886 is our 9th easiest platinum trophy of 2015. This was the first real easy platinum trophy of the past year. Now say what you will about the gameplay, the story, the length of the game, one thing is for sure is that it's a lot of people's first ever platinum trophy on PS4. The only challenging trophy is really for finding the collectibles, most of which aren't that difficult, but the few that you can't find can easily be gotten with a guide. For example, over at PS4 Trophies. So I lied about there being 12 games on this list. There are 13, and that's because I'm putting in both LEGO Dimensions and LEGO Jurassic World in at number 8. Both of these games are some of the easiest LEGO game platinums to date. Now LEGO Dimensions will be a little bit more costly than a typical game due to it being a Toys to Life game, but it does feature quite a lot of paid add-on content in the form of level packs, each of which include 3 simple trophies. By the end of LEGO Dimensions' life cycle, I predict that it will be the game that has the highest number of trophies available if you include all the DLC. Of course, that'll be quite expensive. Coming in at number 7 is Adventure Time Finn and Jake Investigations. This is the first of a few point-and-click games that you'll see in this list. This will be slightly more difficult than the others because there are 8 missable trophies, all of which you'll have no problem if you're following, of course, a proper guide. Again, I'm linking the guides in the description, so go ahead and check those out if you do decide to get this game. This game is based off a kid's cartoon, so if you have this platinum trophy, you either have kids or truly are a die-hard trophy hunter. Now with already a couple really good games in this list, we're going to add another one here at number 6, and that is Everybody's Gone to Rapture. This is one of my favorite games in the past year, and unfortunately for me, a much more difficult platinum trophy since I had no idea where the large number of collectibles were. Now since I have made a video of all of their locations, it becomes a really easy platinum trophy for you, and since this game features no combat at all you need to do is walk and collect your way to this easy platinum. Number 5 is an IP-based game, Snoopy's Grand Adventure. Obviously a cash-in game with the release of the movie. Snoopy's Grand Adventure game is designed really for children, but there is some enjoyment for kids of all ages, myself included. Now you'll need to have a second controller for this platinum, but beyond that, all you need to do is basically run through the game as quickly as possible and then go get all the collectibles. Next up on our list at number 4 is Skyscrapers, a game that I actually had not heard of until I was doing research for this video. It's a very quick platinum, and for a fighting game, it's actually quite easy. It's being so short actually contributes to the fact that 80% of tracked trophy hunters who have this game have the platinum. Now granted, that's a relatively small sample size due to its much lower number of overall sales, and because this is a fighting game, you do need some skill, but not a whole lot of skill to get this completed. Next up is another great game, Life is Strange, comes in at number 3. This game's trophy list is basically one long collectible list, where all you need to do is take 10 optional photos in each of the 5 episodes. Now this is a Telltale-like game, but it has actually one mode that I really like, and it's called Collectible Mode. This is a chapter select option that will allow you to go back and take photographs, again the collectibles needed for trophies, without impacting the story's outcome. It's a great game with an easy platinum, and one that should be on everybody's profile, which means myself included have to go and play this eventually. Number 2 is another game that will prove to others that you might have a trophy addiction, and that is Goosebumps the game. This is a visual novel that looks and plays poorly, at least based on the research I have done. Now, if you want a quick platinum fix, then spend 2 hours following a detailed walkthrough and this platinum trophy will be yours. You can choose to do it without a guide and still get all the trophies, probably in under 5 or 6 hours, but it'll be slightly more difficult. So if you want to trade in fun for quick and easy, then this is your game. Number 1, and yes, I technically lied again, there are now 14 games on this list because we are going to give both Telltale, Game of Thrones, and Tales from the Borderlands the number 1 spot, even though episode 1 of Tales from the Borderlands technically came out at the very end of 2014. Now you guys know the drill, this isn't our first Telltale rodeo. They continue, against my own judgment, to give us games where all you need to do is beat them, get to the end, and this isn't like a Dark Souls difficulty game here, it's very easy. It's a point and click, make it to the end, earn your platinum trophy game. Simple. Now I'm convinced they know that easy platinum increases game sales, so I want to know if anyone out there has purchased a Telltale game simply because of the easy platinum trophy. Let me know in the comments. And that will wrap up the 2015 Trophy Awards. Check out my channel for the previous videos in the series or to take a look back at 2013 or 2014's winners. So until next time, happy trophy hunting.